Hello, computer world, Facebook, social media.
Hi, Facebook.
Hi.
All
So
right.
here we are.
Here we are. Welcome to the live at noon, 12:03.
Yeah, noonish.
We had some technical difficulties, which actually caused me stress. So we can talk about that when we go over our stress anxiety management right now.
You can.
And I just want to make sure this is working.
Okay, so oh wait, so it's like kind of delayed. So do I need to move over? Can you guys see me? Oh, my hair too. Sorry, we have a tight budget. We can't do hair and makeup. So I did the best I could.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're a little better.
All right. Hope you guys can see us. If you can't,
We're sorry. We hope you can at least hear us.
we hope you can hear us. I have the comments up, so
Yeah.
please comment if you can't hear us right now. That would be extremely appreciated.
That would be really helpful.
All right, so I'm gonna slide over a little bit.
Slide to the left.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So today we are here to talk to you guys about stress anxiety management. We're gonna go over a few of our tips that we have, and kind of just throw some stuff at you guys, and hopefully it'll give you guys some new ideas. To practice with in your life. And if you have any ideas, please let us know in the comments.
Share, yeah.
Share them, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But first,
yes.
who the heck are you?
I should introduce myself, thank you. So, my name is, I'm Jake, and I am the LGBT media specialist for Project Hope, and this is my dynamic duo partner.
Hi, I'm Clyanna, and I am the LGBT health promotion specialist here under Project Hope at the Alliance for Positive Health. And so we wanted to give you a little bit of information about our program before we even started. LGBT Health is an initiative in which we use link to care services as well as the CLEAR intervention, that's choosing life, empowerment, and action and results. So with Link to Care, it really is just in the name. We usually have people who identify as LGBT contact us saying, I'm looking for a doctor who's culturally competent, who won't make like weird comments to me or call me by the wrong pronoun no matter how many times I have to remind them, or they understand a little more of the nuances of the LGBT health community. So we work on getting them connected to those healthcare providers, and we also help them navigate their health insurance. We also help with medical, with what is it called again? With
Insurance navigation.
Yeah, insurance navigation, and also medication adherence.
Yep.
And we also help to remove barriers that might be hindering your health or your well-being. So that includes anything from getting out of an abusive domestic relationship, whether it's with family, with a partner, with friends, that kind of thing. And it's also a position of empowerment and advocacy. So I would serve as your advocate in the beginning, but it's not a matter of me being your knight in shining armor. It's more of me being your Jedi master. Like, I'm teaching you, I'm Yoda and you're Luke Skywalker, and together we're working on, like, I'm helping you, but I'm also teaching you how to help yourself. So by the end of our 5-session program that we do through the CLEAR intervention, you kind of have a way to advocate for yourself. You know how to manage your emotions a little better. You know your triggers a little better, and you know things that'll bring you down from an anxious and stressed state. So that's one of the things that we definitely wanted to talk about today. Using a few things that we have learned personally as well as through the CLEAR intervention of LGBT health.
And definitely, if you're looking to basically just work on yourself and kind of reach some of those goals that you've been putting off for a while, Clyanna's a great person to work with. So, that's something to just think about. We're going to leave our information for you guys in the comments, but if you just go on our page, it's also right there. So I think for our first topic, we're kind of going to go into today just about taking time for yourself. So I do a lot of different things when I take time for myself. So when I'm stressed or anxious, one of my biggest things is I like to listen to music. Now my music preference might be different than some of you out there. I like very calming music, soothing music. So two things I listen to. If you have Spotify, one playlist is called Atmospheric Calm, and that's an awesome playlist. Just very calming, soothing music with very various nature sounds. And another thing, which is free, if you go on YouTube, you can pull up The Honest Guys, and they have hours worth of music that just is full of nature sounds, and it's something to put on at work if you're trying to go to sleep. Really, just whenever you're feeling anxious, it really will help calm you down. So that's just one of my favorite things that I wanted to share with you guys.
And I wanted to add, The Honest Guys actually, they also have really good meditations.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. If from 5-minute meditations to 3-hour music background meditations, they have a lot of really good stuff. They have You're Awesome kind of empowerment thing. They have something where it's pushing out negative thoughts, which is one of my favorites, and I've made really great, had really great meditations with that one. Also, what else? Yeah.
I know in terms of media too, since I'm the media specialist, so I work with media all day, every day. So if you do have an iPhone or any other phone that has apps, there's a lot of awesome apps out there.
Oh, true.
That actually if you go on, they'll really make you take time for yourself, because there's a lot of great meditation apps out there, apps to help you check in your mood. Actually, just I'm gonna post that one over the weekend. But yeah, so check out some apps and just check out meditation apps, because they're really helpful. For reminding you to kind of take a time out, put life on pause, and just kind of take some time for yourself.
And you don't have to pay for the majority of these apps.
Yeah.
If you see something that you have to pay for and you can't afford it, don't worry about that. Excuse me. There are a lot of apps like Calm, and that's really the only one I can think of, because that's the one I use. But those are really great because they have a notification, it'll remind you throughout the day to kind of take a few minutes and do their meditation and that kind of thing. So it's really helpful, especially if you're on the go all the time, but you always have your phone on you. Definitely using an app like that will help you kind of make time for yourself a little more.
And one more thing I wanted to mention. So taking time for yourself, it can literally just be going outside. If you're stressed out or if you're anxious at work, just walking outside for 5 minutes, whether it's a walk around your building, if you're off from work, walking in the park, that's something that will actually, it's been shown to actually decrease anxiety levels and decrease some of those stress, chemical hormones that are going on in the brain. And it improves, walking outside actually improves brain function, and it has been shown to actually help you work better. So that's just something I really recommend. My favorite thing is to go, if you know the Corning Preserve, I like to go walk the river over there, Hudson River.
Nice. Yeah.
So it's really nice over there. There's Washington Park, a lot of great spots in the capital region.
Yeah.
But that's something I love to do.
Kiss a flower, hug a tree.
Yeah,
Don't pick the flowers. Kiss the flowers. Don't. Please let them just bloom. And okay, I digress.
Let the flowers bloom.
Yes, let the flowers bloom.
That's our motto.
So wait, I wanted to go back to music. I am super into music, especially a lot of folksy kind of background sounds. So a few really good artists, is Caspian. They're really good. I think it's Caspian, and we'll put these in the comments, or we'll do a little doc or something and share it with you all. But Caspian is really good. Explosions in the Sky, they're really good. They're really great. And a lot of these artists are. If you go to allmusic.com or something like that, you can see related artists. So you can really build your own playlist of calming music. Or if there's something that you like to listen to, totally rock out to that. That's fine too.
Guys, I'm going to make a quick apology. If I keep licking my lips or stick out my tongue, it's because I'm thirsty and I'm out of water, so I'm totally sorry.
No.
But I just thought I'd let you know that's why. So one thing, I kind of wanted to discuss too, just the idea of positive thinking. I know, personally, I have a really hard time with positive thinking. And I think a lot of us struggle with it. I think, a lot of us have trouble with, negative thoughts. And it's kind of, how do we stop these negative thoughts from coming in? the best solution I've found, like what's working for me, is to ask yourself if you would be saying, what you're saying to yourself to like your best friend. So I have a really good friend, Nick, and for example, I say to myself, Jake, would you really say that to Nick? Like, why would you ever say something like that? So it's like, I know I would never say something like that to him, but yet I'm saying it to myself, and it's kind of like you have to be your own best friend. You got to realize that you are, worthy of self-love, and, if you treat yourself like your best friend, things are going to get a lot better. Now, it's not easy to do that. I'm still, on the road to trying to do that, but that's just something that's starting to really work for me. So I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, but...
Yeah, you're really all you've got, so you're going to be stuck with yourself for the rest of your life. So it really is important to kind of battle those negative thoughts that you're having. Self-talk is really important. Talk yourself up instead of talking yourself down. I know that I am so guilty for like putting myself down and kind of being hard on myself. Reframing situations that you're in are super, it's very helpful. You kind of, force yourself to see things in a different perspective, and that really works. And really arguing against the negative things that you're saying to yourself. Kind of trying to figure out why I'm saying this to myself, or where did that thought come from. It really helps.
And Clyanna does, in our program, she works with a lot of individuals in terms of reframing their thoughts, and one cool little exercise, she'll do with you is something like, where you pick a stressful situation, and you pick a recurring thought, so, whether it's like, the stressful situation is, you don't want to go to the gym anymore because you're feeling, really, upset with your body, and you just keep saying negative, body comments to yourself. And she'll kind of work with you onto how to reframe that situation and kind of turn it into something. So yeah, it's something else that you do.
Yeah.
And then I think we can go off the gym. Exercise is something I know we both wanted to talk about. Exercise is something that's, science has shown it's really beneficial in terms of improving depression, anxiety, and stress. The major reason for that is it increases the production of endorphins, which help relieve, the stress. Exercise is something that it's just going to improve your mood. It's going to boost your energy. And if you are having trouble sleeping, it actually will help you sleep better. So that's a really positive thing about exercising. You can exercise. That's the other thing I want to say is a lot of people think you have to have a gym to go exercise. I posted about this the other day. Body weight, doing body weight exercises is something you can easily do anywhere. As long as you have yourself, you can do it in a park, you can do it on a floor, in your room, anywhere you want, really. And I posted a variety of exercises, which I'll link to again, but whether it's push-ups, wall sits, whether, you take a rock, it doesn't have to be...
Take a rock?
You take a rock. You find a huge rock, and you can squat with the rock. The rock is your friend. So find a big rock, squat with it. You can do some...
Make a new friend.
You can do some shoulder presses.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just anything, anything heavy, you can use as a weight. So don't think you're limited to having to pay, $40 for a gym membership or anything like that. Make the world your gym. I think that's a really, important thing that people realize.
And I also think it's really important to know that you also don't have to put aside an entire hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. If you can put in 10 minutes of activity, or maybe like 20 minutes or something like that, even if you can only spare 10 sit-ups, do those 10 sit-ups. That's better than, what you did before, which were none. You don't have to get crazy sweaty and, out of breath and panting and stuff like that. Maybe, get yourself huffing a little bit, but, don't sit on the couch and say like, oh, well, I don't have time to do an hour workout. I'm just going to sit here, or that kind of thing. Simple squats or push-ups or anything like that can really turn things around, can really help boost your mood.
And I think, going off what Clyanna's saying, I think a lot of us, I know myself, I do it all the time. We kind of do like all or nothing thinking.
Yes.
Like, it's like I have to go to the gym, I have to do my 2 hours, and, if I'm not going to do that, then it's not even worth it, and I'm just going to stay home. So that's something, I think Clyanna's really hitting the nail on the head, where it's like, instead, if you can't make the 2 hours that day, or if you're just not feeling it, even if you do like 20 minutes, even if you walk around the block, you're getting out, like doing something is always better than doing nothing. I know it's really hard to break that mentality, but if you just remind yourself, it's okay, I can do this for today, and that's still good because you know what, I'm doing something as opposed to letting, my all or nothing thinking stop me. I'm still doing something. So I think that's a really great thing. You want to hit on relaxation or?
Yeah, so relaxation, just kind of like mindful breathing and, doodling or coloring or just that kind of thing. Just, what was the word? I totally went blank just now.
Relaxation?
No, yes, relaxation.
Relaxation, guys. Remember that.
So relaxation, it's just, it's so important. No, I totally lost track of what I was saying.
If you want, I can talk about something different, and then we can go back to Clyanna, because Clyanna's brain is just having a momentary lapse. So, actually, no. So, going off of relaxation, this kind of can go into that a little bit. Accepting things we can't change. So that's not, it's not relaxation, it's something different, but it's still something that's going to help you, improve your life and just improve your mind. There are things that happen in our life that we can't change, no matter how bad we want to, whether it's the loss of a loved one, maybe we're, losing touch with a friend, maybe someone in your family is doing something that's just really tough for you to watch, and there's some things we just can't change, and it's super hard to deal with. But I think accepting your emotions around that is what's really going to help you get through it. For example, if you lost someone really close to you, and you're feeling extremely sad and just angry, and you're just frustrated with life that this person has gone, I think you have to be able to say to yourself, I'm having these emotions because I did, lose someone really important to me.
Right.
And it's okay to have those emotions. It's not, I think letting yourself have those emotions and kind of just, allowing yourself to have them is really what's key. Because if you don't have, unfortunately, if you suppress your emotions, they're really going to come out in other areas of your life, in potentially negative ways, and you really don't want that to happen. So, I read something the other day, and it was, it really hit home for me. It said, acceptance is the key to turn momentary happiness to enduring happiness.
Yeah.
So, if you really want to go from that short term, to like long-term happiness, acceptance is a huge key. And, as hard as it is to sit with anxiety or depression, honestly, just sitting with it and kind of experiencing it and just allowing yourself to feel it will help you in the long run, as opposed to trying to run away from it or push it down, because eventually everything's just going to come back up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a really good point.
So that was my shtick. I can't say that word, guys.
Spiel?
That was my spiel on acceptance. And then, I think, just overall, stress and anxiety, I think, are something that really, honestly, I read some article the other day that hits like two-thirds of Americans experience stress and anxiety, some very large number. And that's why I think it's really important to really kind of just focus on yourself and focus on what you're feeling. Whether it's through meditation, listening to music, whatever makes you happy and whatever brings your stress level down is something that I think you should try and do. Whether it's art, maybe listening to heavy metal relaxes you. Listen to heavy metal, by all means. It doesn't,
right? Like, whatever floats your boat, to each his own.
We should talk about that. How stress affects the body.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're gonna get into some science, guys.
It's time for science.
Time for science. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Oh man.
I wish he was here with us. That'd be really cool.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
Next week. Next month.
Next month we'll try and get Bill here.
All right, so I wanted to kind of go back a little bit and talk about how stress affects the body. It's really important that people understand that stress actually is something that we inherited from our ancestors, pretty much, like cavemen and stuff like that. Stress really was when they would get into a stressful situation, it would be like really mental. Let me go back and define stress first. So, stress is a mental or emotional strain or tension that results from adverse or demanding circumstances. So, let's go all the way back to the Stone Age, where our ancestors ran into like a saber-toothed tiger or or something like that. So that is, of course, a super stressful situation, and their reaction would be one of two things: fight or flight. So they would either fight the saber-toothed tiger and like get a super dope coat afterwards, or they would run away to fight another day or to pick berries elsewhere. Of course, we've evolved from having to go out and hunt our food or run away from our prey, but we still have that brain organization in which stress really triggers a physical response in us. And so some of the physical responses from stress that, of course, come from other things like having an exam or having issues with your friends or your partner or at work, or really just like thinking too much about the world.
Yeah.
Like, these kind of things really do creep into your thoughts, and they really cause stress in the body. And, some of the behavioral symptoms include like eating less, sleeping too much or not getting enough sleep, isolating yourself from other people, procrastinating, or just completely neglecting your responsibilities, self-medicating, and that means using alcohol or drugs or tobacco to, get yourself feeling better, or nervous habits like nail biting and finger picking, like doing now, which is horrible. And so, like, cognitively, it leads to, memory problems, inability to concentrate, constant worrying, anxious or racing thoughts. Physically, you get these aches and pains, you get diarrhea, or you get constipated. You get nauseated, you have chest pains, and you get frequent colds. And then emotionally, of course, there's like moodiness, there's the irritability, feeling overwhelmed, and really just feeling depressed and generally unhappy. So really, stress is important to kind of get control of. I mean, you're not always gonna be able to manage your stress, but it's really important that you have these systems in place to make sure that you don't have all of these symptoms occurring, because none of the things that I just listed are in any way helpful to whatever stressful situation you are. So really, it's just going to exacerbate your issue, it's going to exacerbate how you're feeling, and it really is just going to make things worse.
Yeah, and I think, when Clyanna is saying, have those systems in place to kind of keep your stress at bay, that's really important. Because if you don't have them, you're going to develop a lot of those symptoms like you just described. Whether it's, feeling tired, overeating, undereating. And, in a sense, so I think basically, Clyanna, bringing it back to, historical times, when, mankind was fighting a saber-toothed tiger, something like that, I think our brain is still hardwired. We're not facing off with a saber-toothed tiger anymore, but we're still hardwired with stressful situations, whether it's an exam or whether it's, you lost a job or you can't find a job. We're still kind of hardwired with that fight or flight response.
Absolutely.
So I think having those systems in place to kind of, bring that our fight or flight response down and, bring yourself back to a balanced state is really important. And we are actually about out of time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So our show is a half hour.
Oh, I thought it was an hour. Sorry, guys.
Nope, sorry,
I said it was an hour.
Oh, you All right, well, we're actually, so it's a half hour, so we're going to get kicked out of our space here. So.
Oh, we are. That's why.
But, we're looking to do this monthly, guys. We want to do, monthly half-hour thing with you. And, we definitely want to know if there's anything you want us to cover. We want to cover it. So, whether you leave a comment on our video here. We're here, all the time. This is where we're like 9 to 5. We're here. So leave a comment, if you have anything that you want us to talk about next month, or right on our Facebook wall. And just to give you some information, I'll put, if you want to reach Clyanna to learn more about our program, her number is 518-434-4686. extension 2330.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, I got her number memorized. Or you can email her at clightborn@alliancefph.org. If you don't know how to spell it, I'm definitely going to put it in the comments. So, it was awesome talking to you guys.
Wait, can we do shout-outs for the people who did join us today?
Yeah, let's do some shout-outs.
So,
all right, let's see.
What's going on over there?
All right, so we're going to shout out to... We got Sophia Maria.
Hey!
Hi, Sophia. Thanks for watching us today. We got,
Jaws McPherson. Congrats on your new baby.
There we go.
Congrats.
Ashley Lakeborn? Is that a
my
family
sister.
member? Hey,
yeah.
Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
What's up?
Congrats on your new baby.
We got Anthony from the Alliance. Thanks, Anthony, for checking in.
Thanks, Anthony.
And we got my good friend Nick Guberman. Thanks, Nick, for watching.
Hey, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
And we've got Angelica Clark. Hey, Ange.
Angelica Clark is watching.
Yes.
You guys, I'm so happy that someone watched our videos today.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We're really excited about this, and we're really excited about doing this as, a series. So yeah, and in the future we're gonna have, I think, some theme music. Clyanna and I might create.
We're working on it. We're going to the studio now.
Going to the studio. So all right, I think now is time to say our goodbyes.
Yes.
So, guys.
Bye,
goodbye.
guys.
It was a pleasure. You're still gonna see Clyanna.
Nope.
Hit the button. Right. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.